Cold, others like myself and my partner, we say this is football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Baltimore Ravens.
Coach Jeffy.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. Now, they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess. They could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. They come in riding high, just 1 loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
Jeez, this guy.
Seeking contact.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now Darnold. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram.
Damn.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Lorenzo Carter gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. You change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So here come the Ravens now, ready to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, standing at 6'2" from Eastern Illinois. It's Jimmy Garoppolo.
And while he won't admit it because his team lost the game, he had some fun in the last one.
He threw for over 400 yards.
I mean, there's no getting around it. As a QB, yeah, okay. We lost the game, but boy, that felt good flinging it around. Now he's got to figure out how to do the exact same thing, yet turn it into a win.
In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly. And here now, the Baltimore offense.
And the Baltimore Ravens pride themselves on being physical on offense. One reason why? Perennial Pro Bowl guard Marshall Yanda.
Looking for Hearns, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Breanne Bonnie Calhoun. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's asking. Well, that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Now Garoppolo to try again after the pick six. Now Garoppolo lost the football.
Best option to pick it up. Damn. 2 plays, 2 turnovers, basically.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because This is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, the teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force an incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
Here we go.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you get a heck of a tight end candidate.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They run with Ajayi. Ajayi hit. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Lorenzo Carter able to record his 5th sack of the season. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Darnold finds his tight end Ingram. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target.
Special all day, baby.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. He wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
Now it's Ajayi.
Oh, my fullback, he's young.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Well, I'm going to try my best to do it for your boy.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go. 180. Check. No. Watch QB drop.
Here's Ajayi. And that one blown up quickly. He's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
11.
180.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And that pass is going to be intercepted by the All-Pro DB Desmond King. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Well, a nice saw the pressure coming out. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Deshaun Hand just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On 2nd down, Lynch. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. 3rd and long, it's Darnold. And that's complete to Cooks. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 18 yards, 1st down Niners. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively because that alignment you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line. Because now, if they decide to go play action, something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date, go ahead and take your shot.
Back to the ground, this time Lynch. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So it's a 2nd missed field goal here in this first half. He'll have to think about that going forward. Maybe time for a little soul-searching as well.
Yeah, the head coach might be looking towards the heavens because you wonder if this will affect the 4th down decision-making going forward. If you get 4th and 3, 4th and 4, situations that used to be calls for the kicker might get a second thought.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. That's caught by Trey Quinn. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's go, White.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. That's complete to Arcega-Whiteside. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. This is Ajayi. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver.
And I would have just been on attack and trying to get out there.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Completes it to Ajayi. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pick.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
21. Here we go.
Garoppolo. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
False start, offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
Come on, guys.
Still 3rd down.
Definitely not.
Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside with his first career NFL touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am, go ahead and tapping out the first half. Time, they've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let their return guy touch it.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And
that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Loaded it pretty far.
The offense trots back onto the field, and we shine our Madden. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Chasing Pierre-Paul. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time.
JPP.
I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score.
We got this.
Yeah, J-Mac.
Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. Almost unstoppable on the ground there as that one is good for 39. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung here.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys, good. Backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way. Worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable game.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. On play action, now Garoppolo. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards, the final tally. To throw is Garoppolo.
Oh, I hate to throw it away, too.
He'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Derek Barnett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. Garoppolo now. He finds his tight end Howard. That's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. O.J. Howard.
Wager.
Fourth touchdown on the year. And the
I'm
Ravens have taken the lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score.
Mr. Mario. Mr. Mario Vai will do a wager, I'm sure, Clash Gaming.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
No. J-Mac, I'm out of contention, brother.
Then he'll take this across the 25.
Got eliminated like 2 weeks ago.
Up to the 27-yard line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there.
And Darnold, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown.
Yay.
This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Boswell good with the extra point. And it's now 21-7. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
No, J-Mac, I'm pretty sure that
Out comes the Ravens defense now as they get ready for the next possession. And they had the fumble return for a touchdown, and boom, they're right back out there again.
And you hear so many people talk about opportunistic defenses in today's football. Well, they make their own breaks because they work at it all the time. We've been at the practices, the drills where they're trying to strip the football, the takeaways. They're always working on it, and it paid off for them on the last possession.
Paid off. Now can they do it again? And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it
honestly, though,
time and time
I don't want to win
to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Not this season. I'm on my picks, man. I guess it's only one pick, though. I got a shit ton of picks, so I guess it really doesn't matter. Be a different story if I don't
imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll run with Marshawn Lynch, and he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Darnold, and that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And it's taken in at the 9. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Respect.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Big hold of the 30. And he's going to get this all the way up to the 30-yard line. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first. There's Garoppolo to throw. That's caught by Howard. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And quickly they get to the line. They run again with Ajayi. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, man.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out. Didn't
Oh,
give
lucky
a
for you,
cutback
Mr.
lane.
J-Mac. You don't have to.
Play, you have
Lucky
guys
for
what
me, I
call
do play Isaac.
BCR players. Guys
It's coming up,
for the bootleg,
so we'll see what we
for
do
the
about
cutback,
that.
and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 8
How
on
we
the screen.
do against him. I would love to take him out.
For a second there, I thought that might break big.
Take away home
Screen
field
pass.
advantage from him or
Looked like it was
something
coming together.
of that
Looked
sort.
like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
That would feel good for me.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Damn, J-Mac, you lost your game?
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Eddie Jackson with a tackle. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here?
Oh, shit, that's
Do you
right.
try and run the ball against a team that's pretty
You
good
could say
against the
Andy
run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If
Sorry
so,
about that, man.
you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
We got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep running.
Now Garoppolo. He finds Howard complete.
It's got to be a first,
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half.
Big dinger or
They run for it with Ajayi.
stopped.
And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going
That's all right, though.
backwards.
It's
They'll
gonna
get
take
neither
safety,
the
though.
touchdown nor the first down. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw, Darnold. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Lorenzo Carter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Darnold now to throw, and they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time it yields a safety. Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a 2-score game even with the 2 points there, but let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Here we go. 180.
Just gonna burn these little bitches.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. This is caught by Hearns. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Yeah, bro, definitely cheese factory.
There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Open man is Quinn. He completes it.
Not a fan, but fuck, bro.
There. Good for a Raven first.
We're allowing it, and that's what everyone's doing.
Well, after watching that throw and catch on that corner,
especially after watching
you just have to know they put some time in working on it after that.
Maybe not, though.
Makes perfect. Worked out well there. Now a handoff here to his running back.
I think you were right.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
For sure there is a way.
Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we watch where they have that tempo period to go with things just like this. Where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock. Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
First seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. And they give this time to the tailback. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
How are we even,
Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. This to make it a 3-score game late. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
It's going to take a heck of a comeback to cut them 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
So we'll just see, I guess if it only affects the user games, And it shouldn't be a problem, I guess. CPU is what it is.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Deshaun Hand able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon.
I remember throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. And now look at him go.
But I mean, hey.
Touchdown, 49ers.
You can break it.
Evan Ingram with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
They're on to the fourth quarter now, by the way, at Bank of America Stadium in Carolina. The Redskins have scored yet again. They've really opened that one up. Baker Mayfield, 2 touchdown passes in the W. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. A chance for us now to discuss Jay Ajayi. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, 4 in a game.
Yeah, about 4 in a game.
4 times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry about that. As they go along, get that guy lathered up, get those blocking assignments down. Those 2-yard gains.
Jay Ajayi's going to go. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
What have you done in the franchise?
His 5th touchdown now on the year. As the Ravens push further out in front. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. Say, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility. Look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
That's the thing. I really don't think it's necessary. Like,
extra point put through by Boswell.
For me,
and they will make this a 19-point game. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown.
I mean,
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking left side, incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, but it'll be second down. Another incompletion.
I don't know.
It's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of the ball game that appeared.
Brandon Cooks. He gets it to Cooks.
Slow as fuck.
Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Cooks. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers get a score closer.
His first year as a rookie.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Looks good on the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead.
This one's tricky.
So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick.
I forgot about this. I don't know why I keep forgetting.
And who's got it? I think the Ravens do, yes. And they're going to win this football game. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And one of the whistles for timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
Going to give this time to the tailback. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
More pass yards, I mean, had a couple big pass
So
plays.
for the Ravens, the win moves them to 3-9 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Niners, it's loss number 3 for them on the year.
This tells you that.
And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints.
Earlier today.
So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL.
Big Moisty out.